episode is brought to you by Support the Mountain's Herbal Parasite Cleanse. This formula targets the small and large intestinal tracts and larvae, the most broad-spectrum formula available today. 100% organic, formulated by Dr. Mikio Sankey, author of the Esoteric Acupuncture series. For 10% off your first bottle, visit shopyogahub.com and use the coupon code CLEANSE at checkout. Hello and welcome to YHTV's Flowing into Awareness with visionary and master intuitive Anatara. I'm Christina Suzuma, your host for this program. Today is episode 46, Effortless Evolution. And let's welcome our beautiful Anatara.
Hello, Christina. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. A whole summer. Oh, it's so lovely to be back, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. I miss these special moments when I can actually share some of the things that are going on in my own effortless evolution.
It just sounds so beautiful. Effortless evolution. And I think, okay, I have to honor the times when it is effortless.
Yeah, precisely, Christina.
You know, to become aware of those moments. Okay, this is the way it should be.
And you know that.
Go ahead. No, I was about to say, as we deal with Mercury in retrograde right now at the same time. Woohoo!
Well, that's a perfect sequence, of a few weeks sequence in these these daily days that we have to really see how to let things be effortless. We spend so much time trying to make things happen and trying to do something, and we put so much pressure on ourselves to create and master and conquer and succeed at something, and all of that effort makes us feel like we're doing something valuable. Usually, and it usually makes us believe about ourselves that we are good people, we're good individuals because we can work so hard. But oh my gosh, what a use of energy and time and our spaces that we could be putting towards being creative. If you look at your life and you think to yourself, what do I want? What do I want to be able to feel on a daily basis? It's not even a question of what do I want to accomplish today. It's more a way to look at your life by saying, if I were to just relax today and see what comes through, if I could relax today and see what happens for me, if I were to relax today and look at the possibilities that I could then respond to, what would happen? There would be accomplishments, there would be some action, there would be some doing, but it would be effortless. Can you feel how easy that effortlessness is?
Oh, bring it on. That's all I can say. Bring it on.
Okay. So when we notice, how we are trying to make things happen, rather than letting things just occur and be, then that's one of those clues. It's a key to knowing that we are efforting. We are trying. We are trying to make something happen. When we look at our day as if it were a Sunday, perhaps, a day when we allow ourselves to sit back and just take it easy and see what comes, it's that kind of feeling I'm talking about bringing into our daily lives. When we can stop efforting, when we can stop comparing ourselves to someone else who might be doing a lot in their lives or trying really hard, which makes them look special or valuable. When we can start looking at ourselves instead through the things that are simple and easy and joyful sometimes, then our personal evolution, our movement from being one thing to the next thing that we're here to be, becomes effortless. But all of this really requires a willingness to remind ourselves that doing and trying are really destructive concepts. You know, can you
You're
imagine that?
absolutely right. When people say, I'm going to try, I go, why try? That's your excuse out.
Mhm, mhm. And isn't it really true though that so much energy is expended through being working hard, trying hard to create, to do, to become, to evolve, that by the time we do start to shift, everything is missing. There's no reason there to be relaxed and to feel good about what we've achieved. So there's another tricky word, achievement.
Hmm.
When we have a goal and then we try to achieve it, there is effort involved in that in general, because the word achievement means that we're doing something that will take us to a particular goal. We are looking at being something or becoming something or mastering something. And wouldn't be a different world? Couldn't we be at ease and peaceful and different people if we could be masters at effervescent, effortless evolution?
Mm.
It's a tricky one for us because we live in such a driven society. We live in such driven minds. Here we are. We're going to evolve into the next best level of achievement that we can find. Here we are. We're going to evolve into the next best level of accomplishment that we can create. And how about instead letting creation become, or letting ourselves become the creation by stepping back and not trying so hard? What could it be like for us if we just observe? And we've spoken about this a lot in different ways before. What would it be like if we could just observe what's available to us and evolve into however that plays out, whatever that delivers to us, without trying hard? So the remedy to this hectic, development of achievement is to observe what we feel that we would like, to observe what we see is occurring around us, to observe what it feels like someone else would like to have us participate in, to observe what our deepest and simplest ideas are asking us to pull out, asking us to flow into and to become a part of. Evolution doesn't have to be difficult. Evolution does not have to be stagnant or have any sort of pressure involved with it. Evolution can be the development, inch by inch, step by step, breath by breath, of the most beautiful creation that we are. We are creators. We are deliverers of peace, should we let ourselves be. We can look at all the steps and the pieces and the parts of our lives and say, if I take a deep breath here, and if I watch to see where the energy is drawing me, where my job or my friends or my family are inviting me to participate, then instead of efforting toward whatever that place is, instead of making it be some kind of goal, we are simply becoming that. Our lives become so much easier and so much simpler. Our hearts get a chance to rest and to participate in creating. Our minds even get a chance to rest because they can then step in and use their brilliance to help manage the steps associated with the beauty of our simple evolution. So, how does that sound?
Mm. That breath of being effortless. It's really very interesting because as I hear you speak about that, about we're in such a society that is It's about achieving. It's about the ultimate goals of where we are and where we stand. And I think about that, and I hear it and I think, wow, as I work with my child doing his homework, and it is not effortless, clearly. And as I'm listening, I'm going, oh, I hope he doesn't hear this one, because the mindset of that age and what it means to achieve, and what it's we're not in that society or that world that even allows our children that freedom.
And I think that perhaps part of the balance to that, if the kids are geared in with the parts of our lives that are requiring a certain kind of accomplishment, if we can make sure that there's a balance in other parts of their lives where they can create effortlessly, where their natural bubbly effervescence gets a chance to feel free about being itself, then they will be able to evolve even through the prescribed imposition of some effort to a place where they can find a blend. And being who we are right now is really about that blend. It's about the harmony between living in this world that requires us to create and be and do in certain ways, and letting those other parts of us, the creative parts, the simple parts, the easy parts, effervesce their own joy and their own way of seeing. We can do it all.
Oh, I agree. We can't. Well, some of us have. So there's proof of the pudding. But it truly is, Anatara. I think you're absolutely right about allowing life to take its course, being present, allowing it to sort of unfold.
That's it. And that's what evolution is. It's an unfolding of exactly who we are, what we're here to do, and what we're here to understand. We don't have to make anything happen in order to feel fulfilled. We are actually going to feel more fulfilled if we aren't trying to make anything happen. And that's one of the simplest statements that can be made about all of this.
It almost sounds like a mindset, a way of life, a choice that we have to make because we're so structured as a society. I'm not saying it's all. I'm sure Indigenous cultures have a whole different way of looking at this. But in the cities, if you're living in a city and you're sort of going with the flow of society, it is really a choice that we have to make to reconnect with that simplicity, with that joy of being effortless.
And one of the keys to this is to decide that it's okay to allow that reconnection. Because we're reminded and told consistently that that's not okay. If you are like that, you are airy-fairy. If you're like that, you can't be taken seriously. If you are like that, you will never accomplish anything. But that is absolutely inaccurate.
Right. Yes.
We can see that, and we can prove that in so many ways.
Yes.
That effortlessly abiding with what is will take us far beyond where trying to be or do something will take us.
Right. Yes, I am with you on that.
I'm glad you can feel it.
Oh, absolutely. Just from the title. And then, of course, adding the effervescent. Do it in a bubbly way.
It's perfect. It's so perfect.
Well, thank you so much, Anatara, for this incredible moment, this effortless moment. And we look forward to the next one.
Thanks.
And of course, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us in this new platform of education and information. We're grateful for your continuous support, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on how we can serve you better. You can connect with Anatara by following her on Twitter at Anatara, and of course, through her own website, anatara.ca. anatara.ca. And we look forward to any comments or suggestions that you might have. Please leave us a message, or either on the phone, or if you scroll down in the comment box, we'll be sure that Anatara gets it, and we will reply to you. And our number is 818-LETS-TALK, let's talk. Until next time, namaste.
In the natural and homeopathic model of healing, there is such a respect for the human body and for that doctor inside us that we assume that whatever symptoms we have aren't the result of breakdown of the body, but they're the effort of our body to try and defend itself and to try and heal. Now, that doesn't mean that that symptom, that fever, that headache, that high blood pressure will necessarily heal us, but that it is an effort of our body mind to try and defend itself and to try and heal.